Once again, a loud alarm sound that was extremely grating to the ears filled the air. Jax, still in a bit of a panic, calmed down enough to reach into his pocket and activate his somewhat strange phone as it morphs, wrapping around his hand and once again projecting the image of Titan. Okay, I was able to buy you some time by delaying the satellite networks. Basically, I imitated a weak wave electromagnetic pulse. It wasn't enough to fry them or do any serious damage, but it knocked them offline for a little while. But they're starting to come back up, and once they do, they're going to start triangulating data. You're running out of time very fast. I've already got everything stationed to open a gate. Just give me the word when you're ready to come back, Titan said, as the projection dissipated and the phone turned back to normal again. Okay, running low on time. Jax took a deep breath. Okay, shake it off, Jax. You've got crap to do. Okay, Mayrie, Rose, I'm gonna need you to listen closely to what I'm about to tell you. It's very important to me that you know this. I am about to ask you something. I'm gonna ask you a favor. But before I ask it, I want to make this clear. My help to you is not stringent on you answering yes to this request. Whether you tell me you'll help or tell me to go screw myself, I still intend on helping you in any way I can. You're good people and you don't deserve the trouble that you got handed. I'm not going to leave you high and dry just because you weren't willing to help me out on my grand goals. But after knowing what I know, it would be exceptionally stupid not to at least ask. Mayrie, Rose, would you be willing to take the chance to go back to your homeworld to see if Rose's royal crown extends to there, if they'd be willing to do what she said if she asked them? In other words, I want to know that you're willing to take the risk that they might reject you again. I'll keep you safe no matter what, but it's always possible that you could get your hopes up and still get your heart broken, which isn't something that I want. But my goals aren't so flimsy or unimportant that I can simply deny asking this question just to spare your feelings. Would you be willing to risk going back to your home world to try to reason with them, get them to agree to join forces with me and the rest of the Alliance, the other worlds that I've gathered, to help defend against the Endure, in which they'll both receive aid for their own world should they ever need it, as well as be required to give aid to other worlds, all of which I'll of course be facilitating. It's a big ask, to say the least. I'm not only asking you to go back to a planet that tried to kill you, but to try to claim a crown as a ruler, and then to use that rule to decide to side with me. Which, yeah, I'm aware, sounds very selfish. And to be honest, it is. It's a hell of a lot of stress to put on someone's shoulders, and definitely a massive request to be granted. But I'd be stupid not to ask it. So, will you help me? Will you try to convince your people to join the revolt against the Endure? Rose looked over at her mother. Mom, I think that if we can help, we should. But I suppose I'll leave it to you. If you say that you just want to stay here, well, I guess I'll be alright with it. I'll just have to try to do what I can from here, Rose said, looking down at the ground a bit, expecting that her mother might say no. Her mother replied, "You know, it's very stressful being a mother, but it's already clear that nature has deemed you worthy of being the queen, of ruling over it. Your will is, in fact, the will of nature. Such is your right and your new purpose as queen. And though I am your mother, and I disagree heavily with putting you in any amount of danger, as I am also a subject to the queen and the will of nature itself, I would be foolish to tell you not to follow your own will. If it is your decision to go, then I will go with you and help in whatever way I can, and I can only hope that our people will meet us well, but I can far from guarantee it. But whatever happens, Rose, I'll be there beside you, no matter what," Mayrie said, a serious expression on her face, as she reached out, clasping Rose's hand in her own, holding it very tightly. They shared a brief moment and a nod before turning back to Jax. "Okay, we're in. You want a planet of plant people? Well, let's see if we can get one. Besides, it's not like I was in a hurry to get back to school." "All right then, I suppose it's settled," Jax said. "Luckily enough, I have transportation ready. The ship just got finished with its repairs and updates, and it's ready to go." "A ship? You mean like a starship, right?" "Yeah, Rose," Jax replied. "It's absolutely a starship. I have lots of them, and this one is one of my personal favorites. But for now, we should probably go before a bunch of government agencies swarm in on this location," he said, reaching into his pocket, grabbing his phone, and calling Titan, the phone shifting back into that form that swirled around his hand, the projection popping out. "Hey, Titan. Well, it looks like everything's settled here. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pack a bag, or in your case, probably several, because we're going on a trip." "What? No way. Where?" Titan replied with a big smile on her face. "We're going to Ulog, planet of the plant people. It should be fun. And Rose and Mayrie have decided to come along. Let's call ourselves their royal escort." "No way, really?" Titan shouted. "Vacation time. You tell Rose I am packing lots of fun stuff for us to do." "Oh," Titan said, seeming shocked for a moment, as if she just realized something. "The Star King just arrived back." "That's the one you're taking. Please tell me that's the one you're taking." Jax laughed. "Yeah, of course that's the one I'm taking. Honestly, it's good timing. One of our most advanced starships makes its return trip right when we need to get going somewhere. If there is a hand of fate, I'd have to say it's starting to favor us. We've got a Galaxy-class starship, a possible queen of nature, and an opportunity to gain a powerful ally. Yeah, I'd say things are working out. You can skip the hullabaloo. Open a gate directly to the ship, wherever you can find an open spot. And once again, try to be quick about packing your bags. I want to get this expedition underway as soon as possible." "No problem," Titan replied, giving a salute. "Aye, aye, Captain," she said with a grin. "Gate opening in 3, 2, 1. And with that, a burst of radiant blue light filled the night sky as Rose, Marie, Jax, and Emily stared through a portal leading into a very wide open space. From what Rose could see on the other side, it looked like a massive open space. There were countless people walking around. Some of them were carrying bags, as if they just got done shopping, and were now stopping to stare at this portal that seemingly appeared. No doubt them wondering who these people were on the other side, standing in a strange open field. "Alright, so, who's ready to go?" Jack said, looking back to Rose with a smile. And Rose smiled right back. If anything at all was clear, it was that this was about to be the greatest adventure Rose had ever experienced.